So I'm somewhat annoyed this evening. Really annoyed, actually. So this is something I was going to talk about, or at least announce, in a few weeks' time, maybe in a few months' time, at least nearer the time. So I'm going to be at Brighton Pride. For any of you guys that want to come along and say hi and see me, maybe buy me a pint, I'm going to be at Brighton Pride. Well, at least I was going to be at Brighton Pride. So last week, I spent what little money I had left on tickets for Pride weekend in Brighton this year. And was able to find a room available, expensive, admittedly, for the Friday and Saturday night. And they didn't want the full payment up front, they just wanted a deposit. So I thought, great, perfect. I don't have a lot of money, I can't really afford to pay for a hotel outright today. Or now, I'd need to work out how I was going to get the money for the hotel, but you know, it would come, I'd get there. So they only wanted a £15 deposit on the room, and I think it was going to cost me a total of £310, if my memory serves me correctly. And then today is what? Today's Thursday, Wednesday, so I think it must have been Tuesday. I got a phone call from the hotel. Hello, Mr. Black. I'm ever so sorry. I've got some bad news. Our accounts department's been on to me and pointed out that I haven't taken enough of a deposit. So I either need you to pay the remainder of the deposit or you're going to need to find somewhere else to stay. Right, okay. So they want an extra, I think it was like £36, something like that. Managed to get that together to pay the remainder of the deposit. So great, okay, I'm back on. You know, the hotel is still secured, I've paid all of the deposit, that's it. Don't need to worry anymore. I just need to work my arse off on Cam4 and try and earn the money that way until I can find a fucking job. Anyway, this evening, I had a phone call from the hotel again. Hello, Mr. Black. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but accounts have been on to me again. And it turns out that you need to pay the full balance, before you arrive. Or you're going to have to find somewhere else to stay. There is nowhere else to stay. Everyone's booked. Or they have a minimum of 3 days that you have to stay for, which I don't want to do. And I can't afford to do. So now I need to find, I don't know what it is, outstanding. The best part of 300 quid. That's outstanding for this hotel. So I went online. Oh, the reason they gave for this, for needing to pay up front, is because it's Pride weekend. So I went back on the website to double check, and there's no mention of having to pay up front for your accommodation because it's Pride weekend. It still says on their website and on their booking page, book now, pay on arrival. So tomorrow I'm going to be getting on the phone to the hotel and hopefully speak to a manager to kick up merry hell, because this is not acceptable. I booked a hotel, I was told that I could pay on arrival with paying a deposit, and now a couple of days later, that's not the case. Now, the room itself is already heavily inflated. I checked on, I think it was TripAdvisor or some other website where they review hotels. And a young lady had booked a twin room for her and her father to stay for 2 nights and only had to pay £90. Now I'm paying over £300 for 2 days. FYI, her trip was for 2 nights. So I'm paying almost 2 times the amount to be there peak season, which is somewhat acceptable, but now being fobbed off. So yeah, I'm really, really pissed off. And if I can't find accommodation, or at least the money to pay for the accommodation, guess who won't be going to Pride? And guess who's going to be very, very, very fucked off? Yeah, me. So that's my little rant. I will post an update when I have one tomorrow. In fact, I'm probably going to record the phone conversation just so that I can share it with you all, so you know what this hotel is like. And if I don't get any joy, then I will be posting everywhere a very, very bad review for this hotel. The Langsford Hotel Hove. That's what they're called. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it's a bit of a rant, but I just wanted to share.